Welcome to Lifestyles. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up whenever you get a chance and share the video out. We're going to talk about relationship stuff on Fridays, Saturdays, and maybe even Sundays sometimes. Hey, Ferris Fair, what is going on? Happy Saturday. I hope everybody had a blessed week. Mine was pretty blessed. I definitely can't complain. I was talking to you, so everything went well. Everything else is just, uh, you know, you just go day by day on the things that we go through. I always like to say, after you wake up, the rest is easy, basically. So, yeah. So I'm doing fine, and I hope everybody out there is doing fine. Come on in the chat. Your opinions are welcome. Um, we'll be just kind of discussing. Hey, Lynn, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, share the video out, like the video. Um, like I said, we're just going to talk about some relationship stuff. Um, when to close the door. I'll let you ponder on that for a few minutes or a few seconds or whatever, and we'll see what we come up with. When is it time to close the door? That can mean all sorts of things, but in relationships, it can mean when is it time to close the door with a certain person in your life, whether it's a good friend, it could be a family member, it could be somebody you're involved with romantically. But when is it time to close the door? Hey, Kristen, welcome to Lifestyles. I'm just kind of putting that question out there. There are all sorts of reasons we can close doors, and when it's time to close a door. Definitely, if domestic abuse is the case, or is the case of what's going on in your relationship. If that's what's going on, and you definitely, hey George, what's going on? You definitely need to get out of it. Uh, if it's something harmful mentally to you, you need to get out of it because we all know mental abuse is real, and a lot of times people say mental abuse is a lot worse than physical abuse. Hey Shay, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in the chat. We really appreciate you coming in. You're a part of the family, and we love your opinion as long, as well as everybody else's. So I don't know why I'm acting nervous tonight. I don't know why. What's going on? I got the jitters. I think I need to sip some wine or something. Hey, Delana, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. What's happening? So, when should we close the door? Um, give me some reasons. Abuse, like I said, lack of sex. Hey, Gwendolyn, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. It's good to see you. Good to hear from you. We welcome your opinion. Thanks for coming in. Um, when do you close the door? Lack of communication, or the communication is gone? Hey, Terry, welcome to Lifestyles. How about sexual? An impotent man. What if your man can't get it up anymore, and you don't know what to do? I mean, could you close the door because of that? That's of course, that's sexual reasons, but that's you know that's one of the questions. When should you close the door? Kid's mom or kid's dad? When should you close the door? Are you messing around with your kid's mom or kid's dad, and you are in a relationship, and it's basically toxic, but you still mess around. Hey, Tracy Wright, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Um, what's going on, Melanie? Hey, welcome to Lifestyles. And you're in a toxic relationship, and even though you have children together, you know that you shouldn't be sleeping together or whatever. When should you close the door? That's the question tonight. Saturday night, relationships. When should you close the door? Tell me when. George says when when we have no intimate connection and I'm in love and and I'm love and I love intimacy. I got you. I got you totally. Totally. That makes a lot of sense, George. That has a lot to do with communication. Um, the sex, all that. But see, a lot of people don't know that intimacy isn't sex. That's other things. Intimacy could be cuddling. It could be just being up under one another, playing with each other. It doesn't mean intercourse. But some men tend to think that that means intercourse, and a lot of times, in a relationship, men are lacking that with a woman. So when they're lacking that, that can kind of cause a wedge in a relationship sometimes. So intimacy is very important in a relationship, George. Definitely. Gwendolyn said, if you're married, it's supposed to be death do you part. Yeah, Gwen. Now, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be death do you part, but at the same time, you can't. Um, mm, if you don't get along, and if you've tried to work things out, what are you supposed to do? Um, you've got counseling that didn't work, or what about if your spouse doesn't want counseling? It just, I don't know. You can't be with somebody when you're totally miserable and you still have the rest of your life. Um, I mean, at least that's just my opinion. Hey, Angela, welcome to Lifestyles. Delana says, in each, when you are not into each other anymore. Okay, okay. George says, my object is to let it go very soon. Be saying it is years, but I'm letting her go. We on two different paths. Okay, I totally understand that. I totally get it. Totally get it. Totally get it. Totally get it. Melanie says, when the communication of all levels stop. And see, that's what I was saying about communication. So when you don't have any communication, you don't have anything. I mean, you have to talk, you have to get things out. You don't go to bed angry. Um, these are a lot of things that people do. And that's what keeps each other from being happy. I mean, because you can't talk anymore. You had communication when you first met, maybe the first year or two, maybe the first few years, but then all of a sudden you kind of start. Everybody kind of start doing their own thing, listening to friends, and excuse me. A lot of times we tend to tell our friends what we're going through, and that can, excuse me, when we're telling our friends what we're going through, that can tend to sway what we think a lot of times. So, got to stop listening to people. Got to communicate more with our partner, spouse, whatever you want to call it, and just do more of that. But we're definitely losing that. Um, Gwen says, Eric and George, what about if it's due to an illness? I mean, I saw a story or heard a story of a famous lady. I think her name was B something. Well, anyway, she had a husband, and that's a good what topic what you just brought up. She had a husband, and she ended up getting Alzheimer's, and he ended up staying married to her, but before she was really getting really progressed with the Alzheimer's, he picked up another woman and I believe moved her in, and they were one big family. But he stayed married to her, never divorced her. She ended up passing not too long ago, and he's still with this new woman. That's kind of a different situation. Hey, Sandra, welcome to Lifestyles. Do you communicate with your friends? Well, yeah, I mean, I communicate with my friends, but I mean, I don't call everybody a friend. Some people are associates and some people are friends. It's just according to who, who it is. But I'm a talker. I do communicate, definitely. Yes, George, I agree totally. Absolutely, Gwen. Exactly. Yes, absolutely, Shay. Totally. Tracy said, close the door to a relationship situation or any type of ship if it doesn't benefit you, say satisfy you. Totally. Okay. Okay. um, totally, Kristen. When peace and happiness is compromised, it's time to go. Peace is vital. I've been opposite situation, have learned to fight it for the peace. Totally, Kristen. Totally. Okay. Absolutely. Communication is vital. Um, what about, which I don't know, a lot of people have been through, but what about the baby daddy, baby mama, husband, wife, ex, and you're sleeping with your ex, let's just say sleeping with your ex, and you haven't closed the door yet. Um, good or bad? No, indifferent. I don't think it's too good. Um, Angela says sometimes communication stops because there are deeper problems that make a person set down. True. Okay. I agree. I agree. Sandra says maybe you need different things for different people. I agree. Totally. Different strokes for different folks. Totally agree. Um, everybody's different and every relationship is different. But to keep something, hopefully you love each other. That that be the glue. And then after that, you'd have communication. And then after that, hopefully you'd have a healthy, sexual relationship. And if you didn't because of illness or something like that, that you just have to figure out other alternatives. I mean, every relationship is different, and everybody has to figure out their fit for what they are, what they're going through. George said, I had a friend that had left her relationship with a man after he had a bad stroke. She left because of his daughter making false claims that she was taking his money. Okay. If she loved that gentleman, maybe she should have stuck in there. And if they didn't have any proof that she was stealing his money, I think she still should have stuck in there. But that's my opinion. I mean, everybody can only take so much. So I mean, I understand, and that but maybe if she wouldn't have been going, hopefully that wasn't an excuse for her to leave. But maybe if the daughter wouldn't have thought that, then she would have stuck around. That's you'll never know. Every time I get on here, my throat gets dry. But we're gonna move on and we're gonna talk about it. So yeah, I mean, communication grew apart. I hear that a lot. A lot of people say, that they grew apart from somebody. You know, that can mean a lot. Um, Long distance relationships, according to how long they are, and according to if you can get to a person, I'd say a few hours to me isn't a bad long distance relationship. But when it comes to days, if it takes a days to get to a person, that's a little bit different. But you can still get through it if you can still get to them within a decent amount of time. So, I mean, long distance relationship. What's going on, James? Welcome to Lifestyles. West Coast is the best coast, West Side. So, yeah. Um, hey, I hope everything's going okay out there, James, man. Thanks for coming into Lifestyles. Hit that thumbs up. We appreciate you being in the family, man. We're just talking about relationship stuff. Just kind of going on when should you close the door with what, whoever you're dealing with that has kind of been toxic in your life at some point. It could be a baby mama, baby daddy, a partner, whoever, when it's time to when it's time to close the door. When do you close the door? When do you say enough's enough? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. She doesn't like controversy. Angela says one of my past relationships, I stopped communicating and I lost a good man, and I know it was because I didn't communicate what I was feeling. Okay, okay, Angela, that could be possibly. You never know. Bad idea to keep being sexually involved with exes. Usually one is looking to reconcile. In most cases the other is just missing the physical, but the problem is still remain. Kristen, you're definitely right on that too. A lot of times men do that, women do that. You want that old feeling back. Nobody feels the same, everybody feels different. So um, if you're just remembering a physical trait about a person or a feeling about physical feeling about a person, then um, you're going to want to, want to do that again. You're going to want to feel that person again. Yet you may not want to be with them in a relationship. You may just want to feel their physical attributes or their closeness, um, and still may not want them in any other way. But that can mess up things because then you're messing with this up here. So, you got to back up physically and close the door physically because you are not trying to be with them all the way. Hey, Sherry, welcome to Lifestyles. Yeah, and that's absolutely true. And that's another way to close the door too. If somebody keeps lying to you and they are absolutely not telling the truth, then maybe it's time to close that door with that particular person. Absolutely. Sandra says that's the truth, what Kristen stated. Okay, absolutely. Have you ever been in a long distance relationship to work for you? Um, I can't, not really, no. I haven't really been in a long distance relationship um, like that. So, no, not really. Um, no, not really. Uh, but I'm not saying that that wouldn't work for me. I mean, it just, anything's possible. I think it's just it's all up to the person and the person you're dealing with if you feel like that. But then if that's the case, then they may not be a long distance relationship at some point. You may move closer or they may move closer. So you never know. Terry said, leave the exes where they are because there is a reason they're in the neck. I always say that. Absolutely. Terry, you're absolutely right. That's true. Leave them where they're at. So, what about financial reasons? We all know that a lot of relationships, or a lot of relationships, the doors are closed because of finances. People split apart because the finances aren't right or um, eventually go downhill. So, is that a good reason to close the door? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I mean, it's according to who you're with. If you're with a go-getter, if you're with somebody that is going to take care of business at some point, then stick in there. If not, then maybe you need to go the other way. You know, communication is definitely the key, Gwendolyn. Definitely, definitely. Um, Sandra says, "What do you think about relocating for a relationship?" Sandra, I don't think that would be a totally bad problem. If I fell in love and Um, you know, I prayed on it and I didn't get any ill feelings that the Lord told me, Eric, you need to stay where you're at, or Eric, I feel like it's you should leave, then I would just take that and run with it. So that would be my take on that. Absolutely. And my throat is dry. Water and wine, water and wine. Okay. Would you say, James, Eric, have you ever been in a situation where she let her mama dictate the relationship? I want to say yes. That's hard because you can't come in between somebody's mother, but yet you want to get her in your with you. Um, that's a hard one right there because you don't want them to fall out with their mother, and especially if they're close to their mom, James. So I have been in that situation. It was a long time ago with my son's mother, my second oldest son's mom. But eventually, I got to know the mother. But at some point, there was, excuse me, man, excuse me, there was definitely things that I had to go through with her mother dictating our relationship or whatever we were trying to do at that particular time. But there was nothing I could do about it. That was her mother. So I just kind of had to ride that one out. And eventually it kind of smoothed out a little bit. But mothers, I've had so many mothers question me, especially when I was younger. You, it's so much you got to go through with that mother. Fathers too, but mothers will put you through the third degree too. What do you do? Where'd that car come from? How'd you get that car? That's a nice car. Wow, where'd you get that from? It was a lot when I was younger. It was something. It was something. But it was fun, and I don't regret anything. Set boundaries for the mother, for the mom. Absolutely. I agree. I agree because the mom can't dictate the daughter's relationship. So she has to do that though. That can't be something that the husband or boyfriend or partner can do. That has to be something that she has to do. Gwendolyn said if he don't want to work, or if somebody doesn't want to work, or spends money frivolously, yeah, I mean that can definitely keep you, that can make you close the door too, because now it's about security, and the older we're getting, you have to have security. um you know you want somebody to take care of you, you want to take care of them, and you want to be comfortable. If nothing else, if you don't get to be wealthy, you want to be comfortable. So financial reasons can mess up everything in a relationship. Would you say, James? I had a mother show me her gun before she put it on the table, and I didn't say a word. Hey, James. Hey, man, I would. Mum's the word, man. Hey, because I carry a pistol every day, but look, if I wouldn't have came in there with my gun, man, and she would have set that on the table, I'd have been like, "Mum's the freaking word." Seriously, dude. Seriously. Um, don't forget about the unicorn. Okay. Oh wow. And Kristen, totally agree. Finances, sometimes a struggle leads to success when you have two go getters. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it takes two go getters to really have something. Um, Sandra says relationships is only between two people. Yep. It's her responsibility too. Yep. Absolutely. I had a mother. Okay. Sandra said I would have left. Okay. Um, George had pointed out something to me. We were talking about relationship stuff, and came across the word that everybody's heard. but I think that it's been used in a different term, and I want to know if you've heard about it. And the term is unicorn. Um, but in the relationship terms or sexual terms, from what my understanding is that it means a young lady that is basically a toy for a husband and wife. So I don't know if you've heard of that, but if you have, let me know. Let me know. Um, this is everyone's past relationship stay in your mind, changes in your life, best or worst. Okay. Yeah, the word unicorn. Have you heard of that? A woman that is basically a husband and wife's toy, I guess, and they take care of her or help her or whatever. This is what the term unicorn has, I guess, means in another manner, a sexual manner. Let me know if you've heard that, because I can't recall of hearing that term used in that manner before, but I could be wrong. George pointed it out to me, so um, I don't know. So, we're talking about relationship stuff, sex, all that stuff. Gwendolyn said never. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't. Hey, Trey Ace of Spades, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. We were talking about when to close the door. Um, as far as it would it be financial? Could it be lack of sex? Could it be lack of communication? An impotent man, uh, baby daddy, baby mama, um, toxic relationship. You're not in a relationship. You're sleeping together. When is it time to let each other go? That's what we're talking about, basically, Trey. Ace of Spades. No, Lynn said no. Yes, never heard of the term. But then I said, Trey Ace of Spades, we're talking about the term unicorn. Supposedly, it's a woman that is basically a husband and wife's toy, sleeps with them together, and they just take care of her financially or whatever. And it's the term unicorn. I wonder if anybody's heard of that. It's new to me, actually, too. But it's so many different things going on in other people's bedrooms now that you never know what new terms are coming up. So if somebody has heard of that, let me know. If it's something new that they've heard of, let me know and we can talk about it because I haven't heard that term ever in my life. Yeah, never heard of it. Never heard of it. But yeah, like I said, trades of spades. We were just talking about when to close the door. When is the time to close the door? What do you close the door for? Whether it's for a friend, a family member, a baby daddy, baby mama, ex-husband, ex-wife, partner, whatever. When do you close the door? When is it time to cut a person off and just leave them alone? Love them from a distance or whatever. Sometimes it's just time to say it's time to say goodbye. Well, rekindling things from the past is a reason why they're in your past. Now, sometimes I believe people meet for a reason, and the timing's bad, and you might be able to rekindle something, but then again, sometimes it should have stayed where it was at. So, trace of spades, you never know. I think you just kind of go on your gut with that one. Definitely go with your gut. When I'm no longer Sandra says when I'm no when I'm no longer mentally stable about mine is when it's time to go. The other person makes you feel uncomfortable when they speak or act towards you. Totally, Sandra. I agree. Gwendolyn says, is that Tiffany Haddish talking about George? Delana says, hope everyone has a good night. Good night. Hey, good night, Delana. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Will you have fun with that PS4? And you tell your son I said hello and welcome to Lifestyles. Good night with Lifestyles. Thumbs up. Share that video out and stay in the family. We love you. Be safe. All right. Take care. All right. Bye bye. And whatever the situation is, Sandra says, she said the third partner relationship that is supposed to bring more intimacy into the relationship. You know what, George? It could possibly. You never know. An extra person in relationship, extra woman in relationship could possibly bring more intimacy. It just varies. I have a high sex drive, so it just varies. I believe I mean, I know for a fact I could handle two. But I don't know if I want my wife. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was married or in a serious relationship, I wouldn't want my partner or wife being with another person. I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. Now, if it was somebody I didn't really care a lot about, that thing, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. But just somebody that I deeply cared about, I don't think I would want to see them sleeping with anyone else. So that's just my opinion. All right, Delana. All right. Good night, love. All right. Bye bye. Um, yeah. So it's just double standard. Yeah, it can be. It can be. Sandra, I agree. Sometimes it can be a double standard on different things. It can be absolutely, but you definitely need to close those doors when it's time to close them. Um, there are so many different reasons to close a door, but it's about your mental, your physical, and your respect, your dignity, and all of that. And that just counts and factors into everything. And when it's time to go, it's time to go. You don't want somebody to keep hurting you and to keep winning when they're not even talking to you and you're angry. It's because you still have them on your mind. So that means they're winning. So as long as you still have them on your mind, that means that they're winning, and you haven't shook them off. And you got to learn how to cut a person out of your life seriously, because it's going to make you better. George said, two men, one woman can be. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I did that when I was younger, man, but the older I get, I definitely wouldn't want to do that now. I don't think it was a big of a deal when we were young. But now that I'm older, I wouldn't want to do that. Uh, nah. But I'm not, double standard. You can want what you want, but I'm telling you what I would want. I'm not having a double standard. I'm just saying that's what I don't prefer that. I'd rather be me and two women, and that's it. I don't want to share my woman or a lady friend with another man. That's not what I'm into. Now, when I was younger, it wasn't a big deal, but I'm older now, and that's just not what I would like to do. See, you know, let Trump know, Gwendolyn. I sure will. George said, I heard of one woman working for a couple. Trey said that was a great advice last time. Thank you, Trey Space. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, we just got to leave people alone that don't mean us any good. And I think a lot of times we hang on to broken relationships that just don't uh, they don't prosper. It breaks our spirit. We really don't need them in our lives anymore, but we just don't want to let them go. Let them go, everybody. I'm lifestyles. I'm telling you, let them go. Um, if it's something that doesn't mean you any good and it's doing you harm mentally or physically, let it go. You don't need it. Um, if it's somebody that deserves a chance and is really genuine, but slips here and there, give that person a chance. Uh, but I think you know in your heart who that person is and who that person isn't, and if they're genuine and you know their character, because everybody has character, whether it's bad character or good character. Absolutely, Sandra. I agree. Nobody wants to share, and I totally understand that. Tracy said, Tracy Wright said, one-on-one is the best. You don't need a unicorn cat. A cat in the hat, Tinkerbell, the magic make magic. Absolutely not. Terry said exactly. What about the ones that keep trying? The ones that keep trying, you just gotta eventually learn how to cut them off and tell them you don't want to be bothered. And just eventually let it fade away because it'll fade away eventually. George said, I'm all for giving someone a hall pass for the weekend. Okay. All right, George. Give him a hall pass, buddy. All right. Terry said I don't like to share too much going on. Absolutely, Terry. I agree. I agree. Totally. Totally agree. Um, it's always told I was selfish in that area and I will stay selfish. I don't want to share my man with no one else. That's what Gwendolyn said. She doesn't want to share her man. Kristen says it's rare that a woman who's genuinely care are willing to share their man with any another. Okay. It definitely has to be a mutual agreement. Myself, I'm not into sharing. I totally agree, Kristen. Absolutely. I agree. I wouldn't want to share my woman or my wife, girlfriend, partner, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't want to share. Like I said, it'd have to be a woman that I didn't care about and that we were just sexual friends, and that would be it. That'd be the only way I do that. Besides that, nah, I'm good. I'm good. So anyway, um, we're not gonna stay on here too long, but let's see what Sandra said. Fade away is real. Some people are persistent, and you have to just stop making contact with other persons you are not trying to be with. Absolutely, absolutely. You have to fade away. Absolutely. Um, and sometimes you may hurt in the process, but you um, don't want, you'd rather do that than to keep bringing somebody into your life that you're not interested in like that, I guess. So, you just like let it fade away as best as you can. George said, okay, let's get real. If you do want to do things your partner likes or knows, your parents' intimate needs, is it time to move on? I I believe it's time to move on. I definitely think so. Absolutely. Absolutely. You just know when it's time to move on, George. You know, when you keep getting those bad vibes, you keep getting those excuses, you keep getting that terrible communication, and you've been getting it for so many years. For at some point it's time to um, move on. You just know. You just know. What do you think about the crazies that feel if I can't have now that I don't feel anything. I mean, it is what you just said, crazy. And if somebody feels like that, that's kind of sad that it's gotten that deep that they don't want anybody else to have you either. And that's terribly sad. But it's people out here that are like that and they mean it. So if somebody tells you that, just take it serious. Terry, I agree. They go to the extreme to contact you. I mean, in with women, I'm sure that's a lot worse than men. I'm sure you get messages all day, every day through social media or whatever, trying to contact you, give you a phone number, get a phone number. Whether it's nasty messages, nasty pictures, or whatever. Some things that men do are kind of crazy, that you don't ask for, but it happens, and that's a communication thing. That's a another whole nother situation. Uh, I don't know. It is scary though, Sandra. It can be. I mean, Gwendolyn, I'm sorry. Two ships passing in the night. Absolutely. Crazy, nuts, neither moms with a gun. Mom with gun. Absolutely. Oh, get out the crazy relationship will get you killed. Absolutely. I agree. Totally. Totally. You don't want to be in a crazy relationship. I know I don't. So absolutely, Tracy. I agree. Protect it. Protect your happiness. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, anyway, um, like I said, we're gonna get off here and I really appreciate everybody coming into lifestyles tonight. The relationship talk was real. Just talking about, like I said, closing the doors. When do you feel like closing the door is the time? When is it the right time to close the door? You'll know and you'll feel it. You'll feel it in your heart. I'm telling you. The doc pics have to stop. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. The dick pics have to stop. You're absolutely right. I agree. I agree. I don't know why men do that. I don't do that. If a woman doesn't ask for something like that, why should you do that? Men, this is a public service announcement from Lifestyles with Eric. Do not send women unnecessary penis pictures when they do not ask for them. Only if they ask, okay? This is Lifestyles with Eric, and I am out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Lifestyles with Eric. Here, where we talk about everything. We do art, we cook, we talk about politics, we talk about relationships. I'm here for it. Your opinions are definitely welcome. And I'm here to help men out, women out, and whoever of the adult stature. I'm here for it. And I'm here to help everybody. Hey, Shantae, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. You came in late, love. I'm on my way out. Hey, Sandra, welcome to Lifestyles. And thank you for coming to Lifestyles. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We're getting close to being monetized, everybody. I'm still short on subscribers, but it's coming fast. It's moving pretty quick. I keep getting good messages from YouTube. So let's keep getting those subscribers up, everybody. Let's keep sending these videos out, sharing them out to everybody. I love talking to everybody. I really enjoy your spirit. You make me happy. I really appreciate the chat. This is awesome. And I do have Cash App now. So now I can accept donations for the channel. And it's all going back into my channel. So yeah, feel free. I'm on Cash App, dollar bill sign Eric Whistler. So yeah, I'll do that too. And I appreciate everybody. Let's see. Oh, Shante, you been there? Okay, okay. You were just being quiet. Okay, that's cool. And that's always cool. It's always good to just watch and listen. It's all good. I'm getting there, George. I'm getting there, man. I keep getting good messages from YouTube. So subscribers are going up. So everybody we need to get more subscribers, more people to the family, more people in this chat. And we're going to talk about different things. We're going to have different interviews. I got some good interviews coming up. So be on the lookout for that. And I don't think we're done talking the rest of the weekend. I mean, um, hey, Ferris Fair, what's going on? I see you're late. You were in earlier. What happened? What's going on? I'm on my way out of here now. Um, Thank you, Shay. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, Ferris Fair, we were talking about everything. We were all on the relationship stuff. So you can't come in late. You were in early and you must have left for a little while, but that's okay. Thanks for coming in. Share the video out. Hit that thumbs up. I love everybody. Have a good Saturday night. Be safe out there. Welcome to Lifestyles, and I'm out.